Let's move on with some more grammar. We learned about on, which is a pronoun used in general statements to mean one, they, or them, and then I kind of gave you in parentheses, often also kind of used in the way that English speakers would use the word we. So we have our verb chart. Whoa, what's happening? We have our verb chart. Je, tu, il, elle, and then on is actually in there if you recall. Nous, vous, il, elle. Okay, and I said that il. Okay, commonly English speakers will look at this chart and say, "Oh, this one means he, she, and it," but it really doesn't. Il means is used for he and the masculine it in the masculine form. Elle is used to mean she, and then also it for in the feminine form. On means one, as in one does not simply walk into mortar. Okay. So let's look at an exercise, page 288. Oops, I have to scroll back up to it. Excuse me. 288. Doopy doop doop doop. Okay. Imagine that you've won a grand prize of a world tour. Say which of the following languages is spoken in each of these cities. So you have to use the word bank on this page. We have anglais, japonais, espagnol, italien, français, chinois. So let me assign it and then I'll do an example. Hannah, numéro 1, Rebecca, numéro 2, Isabelle, numéro 3, Alyssa, numéro 5, Alyssa, numéro 4, Vari, numéro 5. So just go with the numbers next to your name. So if I want to say in Acapulco, that's in South America somewhere, so they would speak Spanish. I don't even know how to spell it. Acapulco. Okay. Acapulco. On parle español. Okay. So this literally translates to in Acapulco, one speaks Spanish. Okay. But do you see why I included the little we there? Or the sentence is not saying we speak Spanish, but you can see how sometimes in English we would say, in English we would probably use the word we in that circumstance, or one, either one. Madrid is a girl name. Is Madrid a girl name? Genève is in Switzerland, and they speak German and French there. Madrid is in Spain, so they speak Spanish. Okay, let's see. I'll use the globe because we're traveling the world. There it is. Okay. À Quebec, on parle français. Good. À Boston, on parle anglais. Good. Your verbs are all properly conjugated. Au Bruxelles, on parle français. Yes. Brussels is in Belgium and they speak French there. They speak France there. Okay. En Genève, on parle français. Genève is part of Switzerland, and actually that is, I think, the more French-speaking side. Good. À Madrid, on parle français. No, in Madrid you speak Spanish because it's Spain, but that doesn't even really matter that much. You got the verb. Allemagne. Is how you say German. All right. Yeah, not maybe what you expected. All right. Any questions about on before we move on? As you see here in our chart, it belongs in the same category as il, elle, il and elle, so you just conjugate the exact same as il, elle. Okay, moving on. We talked about some expressions. The difference between, well, combien means how much, and then combien de means, never mind, I'm getting ahead of myself. Can you lower your hands and re-raise them? Okay, Rachel, can you translate what combien plus the verb means? And then Sarah, what is combien de mean? The picture's a bit of a hint. Remember, if you're ever in a French-speaking country and you just say combien, people will know that you're asking how much, whether you're talking just in general, they'll know what you mean. But here's the proper way of saying it. Good. So combien de does mean how much or how many. Actually, let's see if I have a picture that matches. I'm just getting silly now. Nah, okay, it doesn't matter. Okay, so how much, the combien de, that's with money in terms of cost. Combien de is how many as in quantity. Like how many calculators do I have? Okay, so this is with money or cost, combien, and then combien de is quantity. Okay, let's do this exercise. We have to flip between the two of them. Let's see, lower your hands, re-raise them. Katie, numéro 1, Vari, numéro 2, Alyssa, numéro 3, Hannah, numéro 4, Rebecca, numéro 5. Just translate and read carefully. Am I talking about cost or am I talking about quantity? And just so we can get through the exercises quickly, how about like as soon as you're done answering your question, you just lower your hand and re-raise it immediately so that I can just go through the list quickly. How much does this dress cost? How many socks do you have? How much money do you have? How much does this jacket cost? How many books do you have? So here we're talking the difference between cost and the difference between quantity. How much does this dress cost? Okay, well, you're not wrong. That is a way to ask about the price. I was hoping you would use the expressions we just went over, whether you choose either combien plus the verb or combien de plus a noun. Thank you. You're not wrong. Quel est le prix de la robe? Quel est le prix de la robe? Of the price of the dress, not at the dress. It is la robe, yes. Combien coûte la robe? Good. So here we have the combien and then the verb. Good. Numéro 3. How much money do you have? Combien d'euros as-tu? I tried to trick you with that one because I'm asking about quantity, but I'm asking how much money you have. Quantity question about money. I'm trying to trick you. But you were not tricked. Numéro 5. How many books do you have? Combien de livres as-tu? Perfect. Combien de livres? And don't forget, you misspelled combien, but you got the right idea. Combien coûte ce? Combien? Just SE. I mean CE. No, so you're right. So it is combien coûte, because we're talking about the cost. Combien coûte. Socks is chaussettes. There you go. How much costs this jacket, essentially? Good. Because when we're talking about cost, you can just say how much costs, and then this thing or that thing or the thing. You don't need to say. You don't need to add any prepositions or anything else to that. Chaussettes. Good. Although chaussette is plural, so you say combien de chaussettes. Actually, number 5, you too. Combien de livres as-tu? Good. So when I say de here, it's not a hard and fast plain de. It's de / whatever form is proper of de is proper for that situation. Yeah, I mean, that's a good question. Yeah. Pretty much the only time that we use just de no matter what is in the negative. All right. Any questions about these expressions? Combien, combien de? I feel like you guys got it. Okay, the other expressions we learned were avoir besoin de and then avoir envie de. Are your hands lowered and re-raised? Cool. Rachel and Sarah, I think you guys did it last time. That's funny. Can you please translate for us here? What does avoir besoin de? And then Sarah, what's avoir envie de? To have and to want. Perfect. Okay. To have, avoir, to have, and then besoin is need, envie is want, which I think is kind of easy to remember the difference because envie looks like envy when you like want someone else's thing. De, okay, so that's the expression. Avoir envie de, to have want of, to have need of. And then we can either use a noun that we want. I have need I have need of coffee, or I have need of being awake. That's the infinitive verb. Or I could say I have want of coffee. I have want of being I have want of being awake. That sounds awkward in English, but that's what it is translated word for word. I picked coffee because that was what my picture was. I have need of food. Preach it. All right. Katie, numéro 1, Alyssa, numéro 2, Rebecca, numéro 3, Hannah, numéro 4, Vari, numéro 5. Just put into practice wanting something and needing something. I feel like in general, the French take the long way of saying things. In English, we're really good at simplifying and making it smushed versions of things, and just I want, I need, or whatever. But in French, they just think of it as being like the longer formal kind of way. I have want of, I have need of. And also in French, it's pretty common, as you may have noticed, any kind of expression a French person's this is not like a hard and fast rule, but commonly in French, when you want to express how you feel you need something, like I'm cold, I'm hot, I'm hungry, I'm thirsty, I want something, I need something, almost all of those use the verb avoir. To have hunger, to have thirst, to have need, to have. Does that make sense? How do you, the French word for sing? Chanter is sing. I'm not quite sure what your question means. Looks like you're missing a word. I need to study. J'ai besoin d'étudier. Very good. You're missing one little detail. Do you know what it is? Give you a hint. Oh, the details to remember. Numéro 3. I guess numéro 2 is done now. Oh, not quite. Yes, Rebecca, you got it. Okay, numéro 3. I need $5. J'ai besoin de 5 €. Very good. I need a belt. Ceinture is belt. Number 5. I want a tea. J'ai besoin. Or sorry. Oh, okay. You're not wrong, number 5. That sounds like you're ordering something. I would like a tea. You could even say je veux un thé, and that's not wrong either, although that sounds more like you're ordering food. Here, I want you to use the expressions we're practicing here. To have want of, to have need of. Number 4, j'ai besoin d'une ceinture. Same thing with you here. Can you fix it? J'ai envie, j'ai besoin d'une ceinture. Very good, very good. Number 2, j'ai envie. Oh. Remember the 3 parts. Part 1, avoir. Part 2, it's either besoin or envie. Part 3 is de. Wow, my tabs are pretty far apart. Okay, so you need all 3 parts. 1, 2, 3. So number 2. Okay, there you go. You fixed it. Here it is. Okay, good. J'ai envie d'une chat. So you guys, don't forget, so that you have to do the contractions here. J'ai besoin d'étudier. J'ai envie d'une chatte. Or d'un chat. We're talking about songs to sing. Let's start this one over. J'ai envie de, okay, I want to sing, chanter. Do you see why now? Let's see, bottom one, number 5. J'ai envie d'une thé. Very good. Okay, let's move on. Vocabulaire. Actually, we're going to kind of skip through this so we can focus more on grammar things. But you know what these are. Yeah? Money, bill, coin, rich, poor, to spend money, to gain money, to buy something, or to pay for something. Let's talk about comparisons. Hannah, can you fill out the 3 parts here to say that we have either more, less, or as much as? And then Isabel, what's the word here? You can put the 3rd part of this formula. Do you have more of something, less of something, or as much as something? And there are 3 parts to this as well. We have our to the formula, we use our quantitative or comparison word, more, less, as much. Second part is your adjective. Are you talking about, is it more or less or as expensive? Green, you could say soft, you could say tall, you could say big, small, whatever adjective you want. And then your 3rd part is, Isabel? Okay, anyone in the chat, what's the 3rd part of our plus, you're right, Rachel. Moins, aussi, que. Oh, that is an example. Moins cher would be an example, because then you're using your first part, your adjective, and then you need que. And those three parts make up the comparison. Okay, let's do an exercise. Using élégant. This is our adjective here. And then here, if you need it to be feminine, you add an E. If you need it to be plural, you add an S. So Isabelle, numéro 1. Sarah, numéro 2. Rachel, numéro 3. Katie, numéro 4. Rebecca, numéro 5. Isabelle, you can do it again because you had like the tiniest little thing, little line before. We're running low on time. And you can decide whether you want to use plus, moins, or aussi. Élégant means elegant. Fancy, sophisticated, along those lines. Good, good, looking good. Okay. Un t-shirt, work carefully, est plus élégant que une chemise. Okay, good. A few things here. Your adjective élégant, can you tell me, Isabel, which word is it? Which noun is it describing? In the chat, tell me which one. Is elegant describing t-shirt or is it, yeah. T-shirt is masculine. It's describing the t-shirt. What's elegant? The t-shirt is elegant. It's more elegant than the dress shirt, apparently, which is fine. Doesn't really matter. Okay, so that means that we need to not have an E on the end because t-shirt is masculin. Un t-shirt est plus élégant qu'une chemise. Okay, okay. But then élégant also needs to not have an E. Do you see why? Because that's the masculine form. And then this needs to be Q apostrophe UNE. Cool. All right. The little details. Une jupe est plus élégante qu'un jean. Perfect. Un manteau. Where Annie, I'm not sure what you're asking. Un manteau est plus élégant qu'un sweat. Good. Except it's actually, you guys are so good in remembering that if it's Q, if que is next to un or une, you do have to do apostrophe, but you can actually keep the U, as weird as it looks. QU apostrophe UN or UNE. Okay. Des chaussettes sont, because we're plural here, sont plus élégantes que décollantes. Okay. So your adjective here needs to be plural and feminine. Your verb needs to be plural too. Number 5, des baskets sont moins élégants, perfect que des bottes. Well done. Any questions? Okay, Annie. I'm sorry, What is the then in the sentence? It's the que. It's the que. But you don't think of it too much as direct translation, which is what Hannah was pointing out. More than, less than, as much as. It's different in English. But the comparison word, the than, is the que. That's why you need all three parts. This is telling us which comparison. This is telling us what is being compared, the adjective, and then this is telling us what it's being compared to. Okay, so number 4, your verb needs to be plural, sont, and your adjective needs to be, because chaussette is masculine and plural. Hey. It's feminine and plural. It needs to have, good. It needs to be the feminine plural form. So élégant has an E and an S on it. Because chaussette, it means it's feminine. The S means it's plural. Very good. Woohoo! Let's move on. Next, we talked about the adjectives beau, nouveau, and vieux, which you know are well, actually, you tell me in the chat. What is, besides being irregular, can you tell me in the chat what is special about these verbs, these adjectives? Sarah, can you fill out the chart for beau? Vari, can you fill out the chart for nouveau? And Alyssa, can you fill out the chart for vieux? And then everyone else in the chat, tell me, there's one more special thing about these verbs. I mean adjectives, gosh. Very good. Very good. Excuse me. These adjectives are bangs adjectives. Okay? Which means they go before the noun they describe. Before the noun. Good. Beau, belle, very good. Vieux, good. Bien. Good. Make sure, Ivari, are you doing nouveau? Make sure you're looking at the correct boxes. Very good, very good. Not quite. No, no worries. So we have, this is actually the masculine singular form. And this, the one with the X, is the plural masculine form. Goes here. And then feminine is nouvelle. Cool. Cool. I can type it in if you want, or someone else can if you are having trubs. Good. In the chat. There you go. Nouvelle is the feminine one. And then the feminine plural is the exact same but with an S on the end. I know. Tell me about it. Okay. Good. Okay, we're going to skip the exercise. Okay, IR verbs. Alyssa, can you give me the endings? Or sorry, Hannah, can you give me all the endings? Rebecca, you can do the first 3, and Katie, you can do the second 3. We're not going to get through everything, but I wanted to spend more time on like the tougher things at the end of the chapter. The IR verbs are Let me scroll through and find it. $2.78. ISISIT. Very good. Good, except instead of doubling the N in Fini, you double the S. You got the right idea, though. Fini, Fini, Fini. ISSONS, ISSEZ, ISSET. There you go. Good, there you go. Good job, guys. So those are the endings. Okay, let's do the flash vocab. What some of our common IR verbs. What's the verb for to choose? Very good. Choisir. IR verb. Good. How about to finish? Very good. Common IR verbs. To gain weight. Good job. I love how quickly you're answering. To lose weight. Too many R's. Maigrir. Very good. To succeed. Réussir. Very good. To pass a test is similar. Réussir à un examen. Which I'm sure you all will. Réussir à. Okay? Those are common IR verbs. Same thing as always. To conjugate it, we remove the IR and we add the proper endings. IS, ISIT, ISSONS, ISSEZ, ISSENT. Woohoo! Okay? Skip an example. Or you tell me if you want to go do the exercises, if you'd rather spend more time doing that or try to get through more stuff. We have our demonstrative adjective, se. Lower your hands, re-raise them. It's kind of the same, like 10 people, so I forget if we're updated. Rachel, can you please give us the forms of se? Se, demonstrative means that we're demonstrating, we're pointing, okay? We're pointing out specific people. It means this, that, or those. Which was really helpful for this section because we're talking about clothes. This shirt, that pant, that hat, those pants, or something like that. I wish I had more interesting clip art. Se, set, set. Very good. And the plural forms are actually the same for both. Say and say. Good. So I could say something like, here is, voici ce pantalon. Here's this pants. Voici cet impair. Voici cette jupe. Voici ces chapeaux. Okay? Good. And say is true for feminine as well. These PowerPoints are in the discussion tab. Yes, they are. Okay. And then similarly, we have, okay, Annie, can you do this chart? We have the interrogative adjective. Interrogative is interrogating, it's asking a question. It's asking what or which. So they're kind of in the same family. The se words and the quel words are in the same kind of family because we're pointing something out. One is like direct, I'm pointing to it. Se, set, say, okay? The other one is kind of, I'm asking which. If we're being specific here, it means what or which. Quel pantalon? Quel Shoop. Good. Quel chapeau. Quelle chaussette. So, well, again, remember, like I always say, it's easy to memorize a chart, to fill it out and be like, yeah, I know what exactly all these are. That's kind of the easy part. The hard part is applying it, and you'll need to do both for the test. Good. Okay. Then we have our conjugating. Do you guys remember these verbs? The neat little thing about them? So let's have, lower your hands and we raise them. Alyssa and Rebecca, I think, are up next, right? Whatever. Okay, Sarah, can you conjugate these first three? Vari, these second three. Alyssa, yes, Annie. Alyssa, you can do these three, and then Rebecca, you can do these three. Do it. Accent on the boot endings, right? You gotta, yeah. The accent is on the pronouns, the boot pronouns. The middle E, yeah, I try to think of it as not, that can get a little confusing with some words. Think of it as the last E before the ER. So these verbs are conjugated regularly. But the last E before the ER ending gets an accent grave, which looks like this, on the boot pronouns. It's like a weird, tricky thing. Very specific. Achète, j'achète, tu achètes, il, elle achète. Very good. Don't forget the accent. Guys, that's kind of the achetons. Good does not get an accent because it's not a boot pronoun. You, and person doing these ones, you remove too many ERs. You just need to remove the last ER. The second to last ER is part of the word. Yeah, there you go. Looking good. So then achetons, acheté with a Z. These ones do not get an accent because they are not the boot pronouns. But then the last one is préférons, préférer, préfère. Accent, accent, accent. Okay. So pay close attention. Yes, préféré does have an accent on here already, which means for nous and vous, I'm going to make it huge just for demonstration. They stay the same, right? Doesn't matter that there's an accent on it. It gets changed nonetheless to the clave accent for the boot pronouns. So préféré is kind of a mess when it's conjugated. Okay, this one needs an accent. There you go. Good. Okay. We are out of time. There's a handful more things we could have gotten through, but I'm glad we worked carefully on the harder stuff. Let me just skip ahead to. We just had some conversation things as well. Okay, your homework is essentially just to take the test and your French media. If you have any questions, if you want to meet with me and do the rest, like an office hour kind of thing, and do the rest of this class, if you want, you are more than welcome to email me. The test will be up, same as last test. The test will be available Friday morning to like 12:01 Friday morning, and then it will be closed Monday night at midnight. So you have all day Friday, all day Saturday, all day Sunday, all day Monday to take it. oh wait, what am I saying? It'll be up until then the next Friday I'll post the answers. Sorry, dudes. Okay, so it opens this Friday morning, and then the next Friday morning I'll post the answers. Okay? I know, I can't believe this class is almost over too. You're welcome. Have a great week, and I will see you next week. Au revoir.